Hey everybody, welcome to our show. My name is Jonathan Tripp and this is Monday edition of Talk Social News. Guys, I'm so glad to have you guys here. There's a lot going on this week. At least, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Here, let me bring this over so I can actually see you guys. There we go. Excellent. I'm so glad to see you guys. If you haven't already tuned in before, this is Talk Social News. This is our production. This is what we do. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Talk Social News is a weekly, and now it's actually a bi-weekly broadcast. We talk about the latest in live streaming and social media news for brands and businesses. How about that? All right, so you guys, I'm actually really excited about what's going on because, and I had to make a list because, otherwise I get like really it becomes not overwhelming, but there's so many things you guys can you can forget and things like that. So anyway, here's the mugshot. Happy Monday to you guys. I'm so glad you guys are able to be a part of our show today. I'm trying to check in and see. I know I see a couple of people over here. Harry, I appreciate you watching on Periscope. Let's see, Nazim and Donna, thank you for joining us. Jen, and General Joseph Burke, I appreciate you guys being a part of our show this morning. If you let me do this, while I'm asking you to share it out, I'm gonna share it out real quick too, because I need to do that. It's the walk, so that's one, and then I also need to start getting my workflow down a little bit. So we've got a bunch of different kinds of things, and I just want to roll over. And if you guys, I know I didn't put today's show out ahead of time, and I kind of did that for a couple reasons. Because on a Monday, we're making this kind of happen real quick because of the weekend and things like this. But I wanted to go down real quick and talk about what's going on with everything. Let me bring up, there we go. Okay. So this weekend, there was a couple of things that happened that came up. This is what I wanted to talk and share with you guys about. Really, basically three different things, okay? And some of you guys already know about this, but I wanted to talk about online payment real quick because over the last couple of days, there's been some newer updates on what's been going out there. How many of you guys use Pay with Google or any of those kinds of services? You guys actually pay through maybe your Google Wallet and things like this, right? Well, Pay with Google, they are working on streamlining the process that they're using for that within Google, and what they're going to be allowing you to do is they're going to be storing, if they haven't already, if you guys haven't already done this, but what they do is they basically take your credit and debit card accounts that that you've been able to that you use, and then they make it available. It's available through Chrome and Android Play, Google Play, YouTube, and all these different things. And it's really meant to be just a place where it makes it easier for you to click through and to be able to buy, instead of getting out the card and making sure that you've got it and verifying all this stuff. They're just doing it all in one swipe. Maybe just a couple of maybe a couple of clicks if you're doing it online. But the whole point is it's verifying your purchase with a security card via your Android device. Now, I'm not even going to get into the Android or iOS. That's not really even the point. The point is that what Google is doing is that they are already teaming up with some of the merchants and some of these other online purchasing places, right? I was looking down through, and they're trying to make it streamlined so that you're more easily able to purchase. Now, as a vendor or as someone that's trying to get you to buy their products, this is fantastic, because we all know that the less the number of steps that your customer or potential customer's got to make, the easier and more likely it is that they're actually going to have and make the purchase. That's why they have things on like Amazon, one-click purchase. Right? There's a button, and then we all know it. You click on it, and it just does everything because everything's already set up. Well, Google Pay is kind of doing the same thing, and they've already rolled this out with a few, and maybe how many of you guys might know, like Instacart, StubHub, Airbnb. And these are all really great names, and these are things that everybody talks about and that uses anyway. Well, lest you think that Google Pay is the only one that's out there doing this, well, guess what? PayPal has been upping their game. And there's two things I want to talk about with PayPal real quick. Is that how many of you guys are already aware that PayPal is already integrated with Messenger, with Facebook Messenger? And this is great for those of you guys that really actually want that integration. That just makes it easier, just easier to send money via the Messenger. And they have a chat bot that enables you to answer some of the questions. Right now, the last numbers I saw is about 2.5 million users have already linked their PayPal accounts with their Messenger accounts. That to me in some ways that's phenomenal, but that's not a really big number when you think about how many people are already on Messenger and how many people already have PayPal. So it's not really that big of a number, but when you start to think of it in these terms, that you can now pay your friends right inside the app, and you're shifting some portion of what I think PayPal does about 80 billion peer-to-peer payments. That's a big number. That is definitely a number worth paying attention to. So what we're seeing though, and I'll be honest, I have not linked my PayPal with my Messenger. There are some things that I just want to keep. I want it to be a little bit harder, rather than if you make it into one. What if my phone is hacked? And we saw a news article this past week, and I'll talk about it on Friday, where Wi-Fi is being hacked. It's too easy, and there's just when it's too easy for you to be able to get in to one account and you have them all linked, then it's almost like sinking the Titanic. You get into one compartment and it fills and it floods the entire ship. And that's kind of how I view some of my mobile. Now, some of them, absolutely, I want them connected because I want the ease. I want that ease, save me some time. Just a couple less clicks, please, because I don't want to have to enter in my 16-digit credit card number or whatever and all the other verifying numbers. But there are some things that I want. But PayPal is making actually this little bit easier. But that's not enough. PayPal is actually now it's launching something called PayPal for marketplaces. And why is that really important? Because, well, businesses are already accepting PayPal as a online payment option. Well, here's the thing. What they're doing is what PayPal is doing is now they're doing that same thing, but they're making it easier for businesses to decide where they want to offload some of the integration and some of the let's think here. Some of it. When it comes to making payments online, what if the product doesn't go through, right? So customers paid. There's a couple of other things in there that they were actually talking about. They can decide where businesses are basically going to be able to decide where they want to add on. They can add on commissions, holds, fees, multi-seller distributions. They can time payouts. Businesses can also choose whether or not to onboard their customer up front or after there's been made a payment. So this is really integrating, but I think one of the big parts about this is that it's deciding who is actually going to follow up and be to manage actually the things like chargebacks, payment disputes. This is one of the options that with PayPal that they are actually offering as a service to merchants we'll handle this for you. And I think that's a really smart move for PayPal to offer that to businesses, because now you don't need an entire collections department call center in order to be able to manage that. And I do think that is kind of cool on how they've decided to set that up and going forward with this. So having said that, so those are the big PayPal online payment news that I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to quick chat up, if you will. Let's see here. There was a couple other things. Let me kind of pull up my outline for today. So we've got we talked about the 3 online payments, and I'll be honest with you guys, that was a big deal to me just in and of itself, because that's a lot of online payment news. That means that they've been working on this and they put it out. Now, I wanted to just quick go over just a couple of the shows, because we have some other broadcasts during the week, and I don't know if you guys know this. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. which is actually really easy to get to. And I'm going to just throw that in there, but I'll say it out loud, but it's vmug.pro/Vitmug YouTube. And I tried to put it in there, so I'm just gonna, this is my ask, this is my big ask for the day. Would you just subscribe to our YouTube channel? We just launched it, and it's so we're finally able to start getting some content out there, and it does, you guys, if you don't know about YouTube, it's a thing, but it also takes time, and I appreciate it. Mike, I appreciate you. I just dropped the link here. I'm going to pin the link. Nazim, you can see it. It's a shortened link because otherwise the link is like 87 characters long, and now you know why. So, but it's vmug.pro/Vitmug YouTube. And we just did that so that you know what it was that you were actually clicking on. That's our short link for it that gets you out there and gets you over to it. And I appreciate it. Done. Thank you, Nazim. Thank you, Mike. And we did have a bunch of other people on Friday subscribe, and I gotta say, guys, thank you so much for doing that. It really does help. As we're just trying to build out and make more content. So, but Donna, thank you again for joining us. Nazim, Mike Wilkerson, Ryan Miller, thanks. And I'm just scrolling down and catching some of your comments too. Yeah. So. Let's see here. So Vitmug is now producing a good handful of shows. We go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this is, we've decided to do this for this reason. It's providing you different types of content throughout the week, so that you may like more of a weekend wrap up or something that's happening. I've done my show so long on Friday mornings, and it's such a great group of everybody that's joining, and we love the community there. We decided to do a slightly different version of the show with some different content, but the concept is still the same: coming together, giving you some really fun updates or some really important updates that you might need to pay attention to. Also giving you guys the weekly lineup of shows that are happening now, and that's really what I wanted to draw your attention to right now. Is that, guys, we actually have so this is our Monday show. This is kind of like, hey, let's catch up from the weekend, what's going on, and this is our Monday edition. Tomorrow we're gonna have streamed, and that is more of a tech walkthrough. If you want to learn maybe like more of a better skill or learn something in live streaming, and so tomorrow Jen, and she may choose to change this. Yeah, she may choose to change this. I don't quite know if she really wants to or not, but I'm just going to put it out there that Jen actually is able to, she pulls the audible, as it were, right? But so anyway, next week, when Jen decides that she's going to start going live with stream, that is our tech walkthrough. That's where you get more of the in-depth what's happening in the tech world. She's actually going to be talking about recording with live stream via OBS. She's going to talk about how to record your content on Wirecast as well. So you get a free version, and then you have Wirecast has a lot more features to it, and some people prefer. And she's actually going to talk. Probably, I'm going to guess, she's going to talk to you about maybe some of the benefits of doing one versus the other. Also talking about recording your content via YouTube and using a service, things like Switcher or Restream. And so this is one of the things that Jen's going to start doing, and you might actually see me kind of step in every once in a while, probably not too much. But we're going to be talking about that as a way to help provide you guys with a little bit more value on, hey, this is a tech how-to. So if you guys also have ideas, please make sure that you drop the comments, because we'd love to hear from you guys on what's something that's interesting to you. Do you want to see a product review? So if you know somebody that has a product or a service that you would like to be reviewed, mention it, send it, drop it in the comments here. Even if you're watching us on the replay, make sure you tag one of us or just send a message to Vitmug. We would love to be in contact with you or someone that you feel that's bringing value to the world. All right, after that, we have this is our Twitter chat. This is a live stream Twitter chat about live streaming. We do this on Wednesdays at 3 this week, and I totally put the wrong graphic in the show. Well, let's see here. So yeah, I can't believe I did that. How about that? I wonder if it should be something like this. I'm actually let me see if I can just quick line it up. I can't believe I did this. That's so awesome, though. So I'm using, if you guys don't already know, I'm using a service called, I'm using a product called Wirecast. And even while on, actually on this, I actually just loaded a graphic and I had to switch it out like this. So, but we're going to be talking this week. Let's Livestream is Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. We're going to be talking about Livestream Fears. This is our Halloween edition. Now, not everybody celebrates Halloween or Fall Festival or any of this stuff, but guess what? Everybody's got live streaming fears. If you stream live, you have some level of anxiety. I'm just going to tell you something along the way, and it doesn't matter whether it's maybe it's your tech. Maybe you're scared a little bit about your tech. Maybe you're scared about your workflow. Maybe you've got some fears about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it. Are you able to do, so like one of my fears, I've loaded up graphics. I shouldn't say it's a fear. It happens. I kind of roll with it a little bit easier. But I remember at one point, like, oh, I've loaded all the graphics, and just like this, I loaded the wrong graphic in. So what do? Does the show stop? Absolutely not. We just kind of roll with it, and we just, in my case, I was just able to add it. And honestly, I got to say it like this, thanks to Wirecast. That actually made it a very easy thing. So, but I'm going to put up this, just after this broadcast, I'm going to be putting up a poll, and I want to see what you guys, think are some of your greatest live stream fears. And in the comments, if you could, would you guys tell us how much you hate clowns? Like on a scale of like 1 to 10, how much do you hate clowns and hate that picture? And not that it's a bad, I love the show card that Jen did. But honestly, like, it creeps me out. Like that she did a really great job with this. She did a really great job. And but I want to know, what do you guys think? A 0. This is like, I hate it. But no, there is a lot going on with within live streaming. There's lots of reasons, lots of things to be afraid of, but we want to kind of break them down and maybe let's just kind of confront them head on. I'd like to be able to do that with you guys and be able to talk about it. So anyway, that's going to be our Wednesday show. It is it's a Twitter chat, so you can find us on Twitter. But we also broadcast it out to Facebook and for our Periscope audience because it's Twitter. We use that integration, and we really hope that you guys are able to join us. We do have a lot of fun. There's always a chance that you're going to meet somebody that you've never met before. At least even have a conversation that you've never had before. And then as we get into Friday, we have the Talk Social News. This is the week wrap up. We'll talk about what happened in the week and maybe some of the other live streaming social media news that's happening, because it's during the week that a lot of it happens. A lot of things that maybe let's talk about what's going on with Facebook and the Facebook organic reach and how that's going on and what's happening. We're going to talk about those things coming this Friday, and so I really want to include you guys and give you a chance to schedule. And I'm going to be scheduling those out right after this broadcast and then sending it out on the email list. Now, guys, one thing real brief that I wanted to ask, if you haven't already, we've been able to this past week talk with Hani Mora and his repurpose.io, and I wanted to make sure everybody was able to be able to see this. Hani is offering, and he offers on his website over at restream.io the ability to sign up and use his service. This is an app. You can try it for free. And really what this service is meant to give you more hours in the week, because you don't have to worry about your workflow. You set it up once and it will do it automatically, and it takes care of a lot of the tech ends just to be able to get maybe a live video or some audio that you've had, and you get to pick which service you want and how you want it and where you want it to go on any one of the major social media platforms. And I want to encourage you guys, if you haven't already, go on over, and if you want, you can actually use this vmug.pro/repurpose.io. And the reason why I tell you that is because this will get you over to where you can sign up for free. And in all honesty, this is in full disclosure, if you make a purchase after that, yes, we do. It helps support some of the show, and it also helps us to be able to show Hani in Repurpose.io where some of his traffic's coming from. Which, if you guys are marketers, you guys got to know. it's kind of important. But this way, you guys will be able to get this. It's absolutely free. Anyway, you don't have to make a purchase in order for it to be free. You can try it out. But if you guys would like to, I'd really appreciate it, and I'd love to be able to have you guys be a part of our community with that. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys spending some time with us today, and I wanted to check to see if you guys had any other comments, any other news that you guys have out there that you guys wanted to be able to see. I've gone through my list of stuff. Yeah, that's my Talk Social roundup here today. This is the weekend wrap up. So guys, anyway, I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys being here today. So that is our show. I want to make sure that I give credit to Jen Nelson. Thank you for helping out with the production of our show today. Helping it, just sometimes it's in the background, sometimes it's moderating. Vitmug, we do a number of services for you. If you guys haven't already been able to, you can go over, you can follow one of us on social, you can follow one of our channels, or you can just reach out to us on our Facebook page, message us. We would love to be able to help you take your ideas for your business or for your brand from conception to execution using live stream and post-production, both in live audio as well as video. So with that, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for everything you've done today. I've been sharing it out. I really do look forward to seeing you guys. So check us out. I'll see you guys later.